You should watch Frieren. I like doing these videos when I haven't even watched the whole series. So no, I haven't even completed the first season of Frieren. I'm actually on episode 7, but I make these videos just in case I gotta make a part 2, just in case y'all like these. And it makes it easier to remember all the small details so I can talk to y'all. One of my homies recommended me Frieren. It's basically about this elf girl who picks up apprentices. Her hobby is collecting magic spells. She just be collecting the weirdest magic spells. In an episode now where one just lets you see through people's clothes. Like, what is she on? This anime is very unique because it takes place after the journey's already completed. It just got done with a 10-year quest about defeating the demon lord, and now the world's at peace. But the thing is, Frieren's an elf, and they do not see time like us at all. 5 minutes to her is like 50 years to us. So all the adventurers that she was friends with get old in the first episode, pretty much just start dying out. We can see throughout the show that in the flashback, she seemed to kind of have a thing for Himmel. Or he had a thing for her. She didn't go to visit him one time. Like, after they got done slaying the demon lord, the next time she visited him, he was like 80 years old. Bro's like 4'4" now. Eventually he dies off. Now she's going out with her apprentices. There's a lot of flashbacks about him in the party and the journey that she's had with their friends. First apprentice she picks up is named Frieren. But there was a corrupt priest that she traveled with on her journey to get the demon lord. I don't know his name, but that's what he looks like. His dying wish was for Frieren to teach Frieren magic. And since she had no home, he wanted Frieren to take her in. So with a little pushback, she eventually gives in, and she does. They start traveling together, and I like their little dynamic. She kind of catches Frieren up to speed with the time of humans, because Frieren will want to spend like a decade in one town, and Frieren's like, bro, I ain't got that type of time, let's go. And they kind of have like a older sister, little sister vibe, which you would think the elf that's like hundreds of years old would be the older sister, but Frien's more of an older sister. She gets Frieren up in the morning, brushes her hair. She pretty much combats her laziness, I'm not gonna lie. Favorite part with these two characters is when they have to go resurrect a fallen servant of a demon lord. And apparently back in his day, he had this crazy magic that could just whoop anybody. It could go through any magic's defense. But while he's sealed away, the humans basically made magic spells more powerful than what he had. So I thought it was just funny how Frieren unseals him, and he's trying to use this insane magic that was strong back in his day, but it just gets blocked by a normal magic spell by Frieren. And Frieren just effortlessly obliterates him. And they don't even be saying names with the spells, they just throw out a giant beam. Later on, they introduce another character, and I'm still kind of new to this character, but I know enough about him to put him in the vid. His name's Stark. Now, back in the day when Frieren was still on that decade-long voyage to kill the Demon King, one of her companions was a dude named Eisen, and I think he's a dwarf or something like that. His lifespan isn't as long as Frieren's, but it's longer than humans. So he lives for a pretty long time, and he took on an apprentice. This apprentice's name was Stark. Frieren and Frieren see a dragon, and they're like, oh, nah. Because even though they're both very powerful mages, they have to stall the dragon out in order to open him up for that wand. So they're like, we need a good warrior. So Frieren finds Eisen. They talk a little bit, and Eisen tells him that he has an apprentice named Stark. Later on, Frieren finds Stark, and they find out he's the hero that made the dragon run away. They ask him, why didn't he just kill the dragon? He opens up and was like, I was scared. He says he's never killed any monsters. He just had a stare off with the dragon and he ran away. Frieren and Frieren were just like, okay, bro, you're trash. Never mind. We don't need you. Then Frieren goes to inspect what's behind him. It's this giant mountain with a hole in it, like a gap. Later that night when Frieren's sleeping, Frieren goes to see Stark on some one-on-one time, and she inspects his hands. They're all bruised and cut up. You find out that he made that giant gap in the chasm, meaning he's really OP. He's just scared to fight. And he's a coward because he ran away from his village when it was on fire. I think it got attacked or something, but I'm not sure. And basically, the guilt from him running away all those years ago wells him up inside, and he's like nervous to fight anything. His training is more than capable, and Frieren was like, look, I'm a mage because Frieren taught me. He said she was scared to fight enemies too, but your training never fails you. He's really coaching him like my track coach or something. They go to see the dragon. Stark shows up. He starts shaking. Frieren notes that him and Eisen are the same because Eisen was also a coward once and ran away. And they both shake before every battle. But like Eisen said, it's because you're shaking, that's fine. Fear is what keeps you alive, but it's what you do with that fear. So bro proceeds to not just stall the dragon, but he accidentally killed it. Like, bro killed the dragon with his eyes closed. He didn't even know he killed it. He was like, that's been 30 seconds. I stalled him long enough. Hit him. Frieren's like, bro, you already killed it. How do you accidentally kill a dragon, bro? He's built. Stark might be my favorite character. I just gotta watch some more episodes. I need to talk about the vibe of the anime. Scenery is so gorgeous. I'd be forgetting it's even an anime most of the time. And I love animes that do this. Like, I feel like just because it's anime, it doesn't have to look like an anime. You know what I mean? Like, I like when animes have a lot of different intricate art styles. I feel like the most mainstream looking one of this form, definitely Demon Slayer. Looks like I can just reach my hand through the screen. Like, Frieren really just looks like a good cartoon, and I love it. Doesn't have no if you know what I mean. No crazy tropes, no annoying characters. Everyone's just their personality, but they don't do it over the top like real life. Everything is very subtle, and most importantly, it's gorgeous. Some episodes where the whole episode is just built on a side quest. Them going to one town and just talking to random people and helping them. There was one episode about finding flowers, and it was good. That just goes to show that in anime, you don't have to be over the top to keep people's attention. And I kind of already guessed it would be this type of anime by it saying beyond Journey's End. Because even though technically they're on a new journey, all the hard part is already done. So Frieren's kind of like a post-game interview, and I mess with it. The area that I'm at right now, Frieren wants to go talk to Himmel again and catch up with him. Kind of tell him that I wanted to know more about you. Kind of expressing her feelings, which I feel like she should have did in the first place, but whatever. So she has this master, and she was also an elf. It has passed away by now. I think her name was Flamma. Apparently she's visited heaven. Basically Frieren's trying to get to heaven so she can talk to spirits. Really good plot so far, I'm not gonna lie. Frieren is fine. I'm only on episode 6. I finished episode 6, so technically episode 7. Really enjoying it so far, especially experiencing Frieren become more human. The elves just experience everything different. Their time is just completely different. You can tell that the characters that she's with right now, being Fern and Stark, are starting to have an effect on her. But also, most importantly, the characters that we didn't experience 100% fully because their journey's over, are also having a big effect on her too. Because as she was talking to Aizen, that journey was only 1/100th of her life. But Aizen said, it's crazy how that 1/100th changed you so much. So I'm pretty sure that's referring to how cold she probably was in the beginning. And now she's way more open, way more concerned about other humans' feelings. That's thanks to the people in her life currently. And it's a beautiful thing to see. But like if you made it to the end of this video, like I said, I'm gonna be doing more face videos, really just talking about some discussions, bro. That being said, I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.